All right, I'll hit record when I find it.
In 3 weeks, they got to be retrained.
Yeah, new year, new hopes, new dreams.
Folks, welcome to 2024 Phoenix Business Exchange, Bell's Corners edition. Great to start off on Monday morning and not having to drive anywhere just right off the bat, at least here at this end. So we're going to start off with some sharing of some information. And so the first bit, we're going to change our order of presentation of what we are presenting during the day, just to keep things light and lively. And I'm going to share a screen here for a second, just go over quickly the Phoenix webpage, which has all the central stats in there. So it's pbex.ca, and it's easily reached by typing in pbex.ca. So here we go. At Phoenix page, you'll have the home, events, about us, directory, so you can find any of the members in here, or the events, the event calendar you can go to. If you're interested in any of the other chapters, the other 3 chapters that are happening, and then, or the other 2 chapters, and the one per month on January 9th, that's tomorrow. Click on those red buttons and it'll get you there. Over 264,000 referrals since January 1, 2023. And that reminds me, folks, send your stats to Tony. And so if you had any business you conducted, say you talked to Sam about brakes, tires, or Dave about the different types of meats he provides, there you go. Over 4.5 million in business conducted. And we have some other events that are coming up. The highlights here: Ace Trade Wins, Carl Rich's Podcast Boot Camp, Mix and Mingle Local Heroes, January 23rd, the QR directory, Phoenix members, top books to read. So just go into that particular space. E-card transactions, 11,793 year to date as of December 31. All right, I'm going to stop share. And our next little tidbit of content is we are going to admit someone back into the room, and we're going to start with some words of wisdom from Mike. Mike, sir, over to you.
Great. Thank you, Bernie. Good morning, everybody. Happy 2024 to everyone. I was going to do a little interactive education this morning. I'm going to ask a question. I'm going to ask for 2 volunteers to step up, and I will give the example. The question is what are you doing, if anything, in 2024 that's going to make you a better human being? Right? So what are you doing in 2024 that you feel will make you a better human being? So, for example, myself, I want to be in service each day. And what does that mean? Well, I could be a service. I could do an exercise. It'll be a service to my body. I could read something that's profound and inspirational, and that would be a service to my mind. I could be in service to my fellow human beings, like in my family or in my work field or for Phoenix members. But every day I'm going to try to practice at least once to be in service, and just not say that, but be very conscious of it, that I know that I'm doing it. So I'm going to ask for 2 people to step up and tell me in 1 minute what you are doing, to be a better human being in 2024. Can you see a show of hands, anyone? Okay, Norm. And then Lana will be the second one. Go ahead, Norm.
I'm taking a memory course so I can remember stuff. And so it's fine to have goals, but if you can't remember them by the next day. So I'm taking a memory course from Mind Valley.
Thank you. Lana, what are you doing in 2024 to be a better human being?
I am making my business a lot more fun for myself and my clients. So it's more fun and more easy rather than being stressful. And obviously I'm a realtor, so it can be a stressful time. So I'm going to make it fun.
Great. Thank you for sharing. And that's today's education.
Oh, Mike, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Since we've changed the format, the other elements, what we're going to do is we can do our intro, and we can talk about what's been going on in our last, I guess, 3 weeks since the Christmas party. So if you've made any connections or had any worldly experiences that would be of value in the business nature, please feel free to share them. And you know what, Lana, you were here first, so tag you're it.
Okay, this is our 30-second introduction, right? Is that what we're doing?
60.
Well, isn't it?
60,
Yeah.
60
Yeah.
seconds. Okay, as I'm eating through my 60 seconds, well, I've got a remarkable story about a family who's moving here from Newfoundland to Ottawa, and just under 2 months, or even less than that, they found a house, bought it, and moved. And the challenge, they needed to sell in Newfoundland first, but be in Ottawa. And of course, Newfoundland doesn't sell as quickly as it does here in Ottawa or St. John's, Newfoundland. So me, being a brilliant strategist, extended the closing date of what they needed here in Ottawa with our offer. And with a clever clause for a quicker closing, once the Newfoundland house sold, we were able to firm up here in Ottawa. And the buyers prioritizing privacy in their new house are absolutely ecstatic and ready for the new life back here in Ottawa. And the sellers too are excited to move west. So when you need a very proactive and creative real estate partner, count on me, because I can make your dreams a reality. I'm Lana Burnley with 23 years in real estate, Ottawa residential real estate. My greatest joy comes from being trusted with your referrals.
Anna, thank you so much. And Mike, over to you, sir.
Great. Thank you. Good morning,
Norm
everybody.
Boyer Boys Home Maintenance and Repair. One of the things that I talk about with my windows that I can stop heat passing through, but I can slow down sound. So to slow down sound coming through windows, you change the thickness of one of the glasses. So normally if you have a thermal pane, you have like a 6mm glass on it, or a 3mm glass and a 3mm glass sandwiched together. But if I make one of the glasses 5mm, it will change the sound transmissions class. So it will make the room quieter. I knew I could do it, but nobody told me that they needed to cut down sound. But I was at a person's place, actually Eric's place, and his wife saying, "Oh, what you really got to do is cut out the sound because they're on a busy street." So I did some research and I found out I can change the sound transmission class simply by changing the thickness of one of the glass. I thought I had to go to triple glaze, but I don't need to go to triple glaze. Just need to change the thickness of one of the glasses. So Boyer Boys Home Maintenance and Repair, you have a problem, we'll solve it. We fix your home. If you don't know how to do it, don't want to do it, don't have the time to do it, we'll do it.
Norm, thank you. Now over to Mike and then Shane. Mike, over to you, Mike.
Thank you, Bernie. A question for you all. Can change happen for a distracted driver that has bad driving habits? Well, I hope so, because I'm in the business of change. Morning Mike here, promoting We Care Focus. The We Care Focus safety resource guide that I've created educates all drivers, whether you're new or seasoned, on the financial ramifications and the emotional consequences if you are distracted while driving. This comprehensive distracted driving education is where real change begins. It will determine whether you are a distracted driver or a focused driver. And if you are a distracted driver, you can decide through this safety resource guide if you are redeemable as a focused driver or unredeemable as a distracted driver. It is time to put a dent in statistics, not the vehicle. Mike with We Care Focus, steering you straight.
Mike, thank you so much. Shane, over to you, sir.
Hey guys, well, it's a new year. I'm Shane Bales for Proaction Health and Performance, getting all your aches and pains, massage, chiro, and physio. Obviously, this is where everyone kind of gets in a lull. They get distracted. They were just on holidays. They're coming back. They're not getting their routines back in there. They're kind of slow to the catch. And then everything comes in December where everyone's like, oh, I need my massage. I need all my appointments because I have insurance I haven't used. Now's the time to start using that routine going forward. Our massage has some openings, which is rare for that type of treatments and stuff like that. So I would say start looking into that, getting it once a month. Take care of yourself, make yourself a better person, like Mike was talking about, and feel better all the way through. This is the time, like how many people, like, as we get older, we don't want to go outside, we don't want to get as much exercise. So sometimes that massage can kind of replace that because you're getting the muscles moving, you're moving the fluids in your body, you're getting better circulation, blood flow. And the massage therapist we have right now is probably one of the best I've had, from relaxation all the way to deep tissue. I had very many people just saying it's one of the best massages they've ever had. So if that's something that interests you, or something that you usually get there and then you rush it at the end, start booking now. So you can book it here with our Farnaz, or you can even see a physio chiro going forward as well, and keep up with those maintenance issues that you might need and keeping yourself healthy. I'm Shane Bayless, Proctor Sports Injury Clinic. And remember, we see results. Take care.
And you'll feel them, because when Shane gets you bent in the right direction, there's a bit of pain and gain factor in there. Catherine, we're over to you. You actually have 2 minutes of time. Talk about yourself, give us a bit of a background, and welcome as a new member of Phoenix.
Thanks. I don't know what I can say in 2 minutes, but I will try. I really hate talking about myself, which is why I kind of made that statement. I help you to get seen online. So we all have a story to tell. We all have products and or services that we want to sell. We don't necessarily know who we're talking to or how we communicate with those people online. So what I do is I either coach you how to do that for yourself, or I can work with you to do it, or if you're too busy, then I can do it for you. And it's basically putting out your messaging about who you are, and why people should want to connect with you, your products and your services. So this is done through social media marketing, Google Business, website copy, online events, whatever it is that you need to do. I get you basically found on your marketing platforms. I don't know what else to say, Bernie.
Oh, yeah. First off, where are you located? So, if we want to go for a drive.
It'll be a very long drive. You've got to drive across some water. As the only non-Canadian in the room, I'm in Scotland in the United Kingdom, so I'm a bit far away.
Where are you located in Scotland?
I am roughly in the middle. I am halfway between Edinburgh and Glasgow.
The next important question is there any Scotch nearby?
Of
No.
course. Of course there is.
Sorry. You'll understand later on. One of the favorite beverages happens to be Scotch. But that's okay. We're going to swing over to Tony now. Tony?
Thank you very much, Bernie. Yeah, we should do a BAM and go see Kat. It might take a couple of weeks, but I could swim, so I'm good. Hi, everybody. Tony Jennis from Hire Yourself. I had a great New Year's. Visited lots of family, connected with some old friends, and had the privilege of meeting Kat in one of the meetings just before we dispersed for holidays. And she's a delightful lady. She's actually going to be working on my social media because I am just so busy. I'm all about creation and get all that stuff done. By the time I get to the marketing, I'm exhausted. So Kat has been excellent. She's gave me some homework that I've been working on for the last week. So just to kind of clean things up, but it's going well. And I think a lot of the things on the list there, Kat, I think I got done. Looking forward to our meeting again. And we're looking for a very prosperous 2024. We had a record year last year, and we're looking forward to doing that again this year. So thanks, Bernie.
Tony, not a problem. So just Kat, to help give you some orientation to some of the information that, or some of the titles or acronyms we use, like, for example, BAMs, or business activity meetings. If you can do it in person, we'd probably have to bill you somewhere, and so you can stay overnight for a few days. However, all that said, when we'll do it you can do it online, in person, but business activity meetings where people get to know you and have a chat. You usually book maybe 30 minutes to 60 minutes of time. One of the things we've recommended for some of our BAMs to help promote them, and from a social media point of view, is to record them and just take snippets of the information in there. Because sometimes we come across some really juicy tidbits, things that have changed. We have Eric who's not Eric Sinego from ESPG Accounting. He's not here today, but he has some really interesting snippets about tax. And then when he starts talking about tax, everybody goes, he says, oh, by the way, the law has changed, and everybody's eyes and ears are on. Or we're going to have Alex who's going to be talking in a minute or two. He's going to give us some electrifying details of life. Sorry, Alex, I couldn't resist the pun. That was a bad one. It's a dad pun, right? So it's been Christmas. So last year we had 476 BAMs. So that means what happens when we're doing those BAMs, it helps generate the referrals because people get to understand and know what's going on. And much what I do, once I understand what a person does, I end up connecting with other people. So that's kind of the nature of the beast. And it's we also have the e-cards, and the e-cards have generated over 11,793 hits last year. So those stats will get kind of rebooted as of Jan 1. But that's part of that QR code that's behind me. There's a physical card that's in play also, and it helps promote and connect people all the way around. So it just helps do that the promotional piece. And also on the lead page, you can use the QR code. There's a directory in there. And again, someone can just scan the QR code and get the contact details. The important part is when they open up the profile and it says save the details. And when they hit the save the details and it populates on someone's phone, they have to remember to save it to the phone at the next step. On iPhone, you have to go all the way to the bottom and say save details. If you don't, then it was a memory. It was a good memory. With all that said, I'm just going to stop prattling on about stuff because you know what? Alex is next. Oh, hang on. I forgot to tell you what I do. Oh my gosh. Oh, what am I thinking?
Yeah. What do you do, Bernie?
I talk. Way too much. Not enough coffee. Bernie Franz, we're creative insight consultants. What I do is I connect businesses. Concierge. I have 2 podcasts that I'm going to play with. One's called Knack for Business, and that's about the people's on their business journey and the golden nuggets they want to share with people. The other one is the Property Wizard, and that's all about commercial real estate and investing in that space. It does not make you a realtor. It just brings you an awareness what you need to understand about getting involved with the cash flow and then how the system works behind the scenes. Although it's based in Canada, it has a universal fit. You need insurance wherever you go. You need a mortgage broker somewhere, everywhere you go, and so forth. I'm going to stop there. And now I'm going to swing over to Alex. Go ahead, sir.
Great. Thanks, Bernie. What I'll do is, well, first of all, Happy New Year, everybody. It's my turn to do the quick presentation today. So what I'll do is I'll share my screen and we can learn a little bit more about Uvolta Electric. So let me know when everyone can see the screen.
You're up and running.
Yep,
You're good,
we're
man.
good.
Great, we're good. Excellent. Okay, well, my name is Alex, not Kat. You're not the only person from the UK, by the way. As you could probably tell. So I'm Alex from Uvolta Electric, and we are Ottawa's low carbon electrical contractor, meaning we go out in the world in Ottawa and we find projects whereby we can help people reduce their carbon footprint. We do that through the supply and installation of electric vehicle charging stations and energy storage solutions, and the supply of building automation and smart home products. And another big one for us is, of course, LED lighting. LED lighting is very significant in reducing one's carbon footprint and electrical costs in particularly large buildings like hospitals, universities, schools, that sort of thing. And we also carry out general electrical work as well. And our installations are ESA certified, which is the Electrical Safety Authority certifies our EV charging solution installations. So let me just tell you a little bit about our structure, how we've set the business up. So we have 4 main elements of the business. That's EV charging stations. So that's what we call level 2, level 3 chargers. There's 3 levels of charging. Level 1 is where you have an electric vehicle that's plugged into your regular plug socket at home. A level 2 is a 240 outlet, which charges your car up in between sort of 4 and 5 hours. And the level 3, you don't get at your house. You have those big chargers found on the side of the highway, which charge your car in 20 minutes or so. So that's one element of the business, and that's going great guns, and that's growing exponentially. It's particularly with the introduction of EVs, and we're all seeing more and more electric vehicles on the road, and finally car dealerships are managing to get hold of stock. So that's a big thing for us, and we're installing those chargers in all kinds of locations: condos, workplaces, hospitals, university shopping centers is a big one. So that's the EV chargers. Energy storage solutions. Essentially, the way to think about energy storage, that's a big battery on the side of your building or in your garage, and you can store electricity. So in the event of a power outage, you can use your big batteries and keep your house going, keep your well going if you have a well, keep the internet going, keep the lights on, all through energy storage. And you can charge these batteries through drawing power at off-peak times or using solar panels, which is something that we're looking into at the moment, partnering with solar providers in the Ottawa area. And of course, integrating all of this with smart panels so that you can control this remotely, or you control it from the smart panel, from your phone, all kinds of things. Building automation is a big part. Our master electrician, his background is in building automation, HVAC and LED lighting. We're working on a very, very large project in a hospital at the moment that's going to save the hospital hundreds of thousands of dollars a year in electrical bills. We're changing 8,500 regular light bulbs to LED lighting. So that's a huge project for us, and it's great because it's nice to work inside during the winter months, particularly when it's snowing outside. And of course, we do general electrical work, which is switches, light fixtures, that sort of thing, and troubleshooting. All of our electricians are trained. They're not only trained in being an electrician, but we train them in customer service, in showing respect for people. When you go into somebody's home, it's essentially you're going into somebody's sacred space, and it's really important to be cognizant of of their home. So that's where we set ourselves apart a little bit in terms of our customer service. So why are EVs and EV chargers so important? Well, the government directives are really driving this. They say by 2030, 75% of all vehicles on Canadian roads will be electric. It's a tall order, but they've still got some time to go. But it's just amazing thinking how soon 2030 is going to be here. They also say 90% of all new vehicles sold will be electric. So again, this is all driving the demand for EV charging stations. It's driving the demand for electricians to have them installed. And switching from gas and diesel to electric is one of the biggest needle movers in terms of meeting these emission targets. And also, having the 240 volt system, the level 2 charging system, makes the cars that much more usable. It doesn't take you, I say it takes 3 weeks to charge a charger using your home plug, but really using a 240 volt system, you can go out in the morning, come home for lunch, charge up your car a little bit, and you're good for the afternoon, sort of thing. Whereas on a 120 system, it can take a very, very long time. So people are wanting faster charging, able to use their cars that much more. And of course, the price of gas and diesel is driving the demand as well. And also, what we found early on was the customer experience when they're going to the car dealership buying their fancy new, very expensive electric vehicle. The support and information regarding the charging station simply wasn't there, and the customer experience really fell flat on its face when the customer got their car home and they didn't know how to charge it. They didn't know what to do. Sometimes they had the car and they didn't have a charging station. So we've had that happen many times. So this is essentially the core of our business. It's most of what we do currently is EV charging stations. Oops. Here are some of the partners we work with. Wallbox is a big one. They're one of our main manufacturers that we work with. We also have network providers. Those are the guys on the internet, providing the network for the system for billing and that sort of thing, and so that you can charge your car with controlling it with your phone and all that sort of smart charging infrastructure. So we work with a number of organizations. We're not tied to one brand, and it allows us to sort of be everything to everyone. Where we work currently around the Ottawa area, Ottawa Valley, we've got big plans for expansion. But currently we're just in this area. We are pushing out as far as Kingston in the coming months, and then Toronto and beyond, but all in good time. We also work, as I said, solar projects, LED projects as well. And government grants is a big part of our business as well, because our customers need help in sourcing these grants, and that's what we can help and advise them on how to get those grants, because they can be very significant, up to 50% of a project. And if you've got a sort of $1 million project going on, it's a big help. So in terms of our process, the way it works is we'll do a consultation, understand the customer's requirements, do a quick 15-minute site survey, understand where the customer has their electrical panel, where they want their charger installed, etc., with all the measurements, provide the quote, get all the correct permits in place from the Electrical Safety Authority, carry out the electrician, and we'll always leave the place tidier than when we arrived. And if trenching is required, we need to dig any holes, we can take care of all of that, certify the system, provide user training if needed, submit the invoice, and do annual recertification if required. So that's essentially the process. We're trying to keep it simple, clean, and easy for customers to understand, and take the smoke and mirrors out of it. But when you're getting a charger, you need to consider certain things. You need to think about, where's the charger going to be? Is it going to be on the side of your house? Is it going to be in the garage? Where's the charging port on your car? What kind of charger do you want? Are there any rebates? Do you need to think about electrical permits? How quickly do you want to charge? How much room is on your electrical panel? Because you might have swimming pools, hot tubs, saunas, and there's no space for any breakers. What smart features do you want? What upgrades does your system need? And of course, what's your budget? And the big one is to get the charger installed before the car arrives. You wouldn't believe the amount of phone calls saying, well, my car's arriving tomorrow and I need a charger. So we deal a lot with a lot of that. I think, to be fair, it's the manufacturers or the car dealers suddenly getting a shipment they weren't expecting. But anyway, this is a product that we typically use. This is called Wallbox. It was manufactured in Europe. It's now manufactured in Texas. It's a great little EV charger, excellent customer support, comes in 40 and 48 amps. We can connect it with Wi-Fi, Bluetooth activity. It's got the onboard intelligence. It's programmable, so you can set schedules for charging. Very safe and reliable, and excellent customer service. You can lock it up remotely, so that you don't have people coming and taking electricity and filling up their car for free. You can get real-time notifications come to your phone. Plugs into the NEMA 1450 outlet, or you can hardwire it into the electrical panel. And it comes with a J1772 charging interface with 25 feet of cable, so you can charge it inside the garage or outside. And a really cool thing is you can do something called power sharing, which is where you can connect two chargers together, and say a couple come home from work in the evening. One of them is at 75% power, one's at 10% power. The Wallbox will see that one's at 10% and give more power to the lower charge car, so that in the morning everybody is charged up. Okay, just quickly, I know we're sort of running out of time. We're looking
You're
at
good. You're good for time.
Okay, we're looking at bidirectional charging. We're still not there yet, but bidirectional charging is where you can essentially use your electric vehicle as a big battery. So in the event of a power outage, you can charge your house and run your essentials in the event of a power outage. I think we're about a year away, but this is going to be significant, and I think this is going to be a game changer. It's certainly a lot cheaper than a big battery on the side of your house, but I think the technology isn't quite there yet. People say they can do it, but we've not seen it. But it's certainly coming, and it's going to make a big difference to people's lives. As I said earlier, LED lighting is a really big one for us. The government incentives are huge because what this is doing, it's reducing the load on the grid, which in itself is helping towards the EV charging scenario, because there's going to be more power available to charge electric vehicles once we reduce the power consumption of hospitals, schools, large manufacturing facilities. Cost savings are incredible, energy savings, as I just said, and of course they generate much less heat. We also do general electrical work, so even things such as doorbells, light fixtures, switches, ceiling fans, etc., circuit breakers, and all the bits and pieces. So we have our guys with the van that can show up for a 2-hour job or a 6-month job. So we do anything and everything. Probably the most important slide on the slide deck here is our values, and I think this is a big part of why we've been what I think is relatively successful in the last 2 years. Is we respect and value our individuals, our team, and our customers. We're creating and delivering innovative solutions and bringing new technologies to people's homes, guarantee system compliance in all we do, along with safety. I think we're the best at what we do. We've certainly got some super talented electricians on the team, but a big one is maintaining the highest levels of integrity and social responsibility. And we're dedicated to the safety of the people and our people and customers, creating a sustainable and cleaner environment. And we use best practices. We don't cut corners. You can't cut corners in this industry. And providing ultimately a first-class customer experience and peace of mind for our customers, which is why I think we're up to 40 Google reviews, 5-star Google reviews right now, which is a testament to the team that we have. So that's eVolta Electric, and I'm part of it. It's by all means the success is down to the team, the guys, the feet on the street, doing a great job for us. But our values come from everybody in the business. And if you need an electrical contracting company to come to your home, business, school, hospital, whatever it might be, and you want first-class customer service, please give eVolta Electric a call.
Alex, thank you so much. Does anybody have questions for Alex?
Yeah, Alex, I have one. Alex, last time we met at the condo association, I mentioned about your General Electric billing and how you do that, and I found that to be quite a cool system. How you do that, you charge, and it could be multiple things on a list. Can you explain that to the members?
Yeah, that's a good question. Thanks, Mike. Yeah, so for general electrical work, what we were finding is we'd get people saying, well, I want a light switch done, and this plug doesn't work, and that doesn't work, and I need this switch fix. So what we do is we'll offer a 2-hour consultation, and the guys will take all their tools, their bits and pieces with them. If they can fix the problem within 2 hours, they'll do it. If we need additional material, which the guys often carry in the van, material is on top of the time. But essentially, we'll charge $225 for a 2-hour window, and that electrician is yours for 2 hours, and you can direct that person how you wish. Material is of course on top of that. Yeah, and it's proved very successful, because what we can do is we can get an inquiry, and this often happens. We'll get an inquiry from someone saying, my plug doesn't work, can I have a quote to get it fixed? They get a quote within 5 minutes of sending an email sometimes, and the quickest is I've got the order within 10 minutes of them making the initial inquiry, because it solves a problem, and the customer knows what they're going to pay.
Go ahead, Norm.
So what happens when you're in the country and you got 4 cars?
When you have 4 cars and you're in the country.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
need 4 drivers.
Yeah, 4 cars with electric cars. Yeah,
Yes,
okay.
will the hydro lines in the country handle all the extra cars that come online?
I think what will happen is you're going to see more of this power sharing, whereby you're not going to be charging in the country a car. If you've got 4 cars at one location, you're not going to be charging them up at 4 hours in 4 hours. But what you'll do is you're going to share that power among the 4 cars all night, and everybody in the morning will have charge. It's just you're not charging one car, then the next one, then the next one. Everybody's sort of almost getting trickle charged, but it's not trickle charge. You'll all be charged in the morning, and you don't care in the morning how the vehicle was charged. You just want 100%.
Okay.
All right. Norm, is the question you're asking is if a whole bunch of people in the countryside, let's say they all buy that new half ton, the new half tons that are out there that are electric, right? And everybody gets on the system. Does it have capacity for everybody to convert over from diesel, gas to all electric?
Yeah,
The question you're asking?
that's the thing. I mean, when we first moved here, we had internet dial-up, right? And
It's going to work in the same way, Norm. It's going to work in the same way in that they use some of these chargers are intelligent chargers in that they speak to the grid, and there will be technology that's being developed right now where chargers will be speaking to the grid. And what will happen is yes, everybody will be coming home in the country and charging their vehicles up at night, but that power, the available power, will be shared among the households. So you might not be at 100%. You simply might not, because as you suggest, there simply may not be enough electricity in that geographical location. But I think everybody will get something. And as the technology develops and as they upgrade the grid, I think we will see improvements. But certainly, I think it's going to be a power sharing thing.
Yeah, someone will have to invent a powered bicycle, and that you have to get it going to generate power for your car. He's going to be on the bike for 2 hours.
Yeah.
I think that's where the solar panels come in, right? Or other forms of
Yeah, exactly.
are they working on having the cars charge themselves while they run?
Yeah,
That
you
would
could.
be nice.
Yeah, I mean, there's solar panels on some top of Teslas, and you've got the regeneration, the kinetic recovery systems, and that sort of thing.
One other question, and this is about grants. Where do you see the grants, and how do people, if they're looking at doing a refit project or start up a project, not even a refit? I don't have solar panels on my roof. Let's say I want to do solar. Is there a grant for that, and what does that look like?
Yeah, there's a number of grants available. You can get up to I believe it depends on which province you're in, but I believe you can in Ontario you can get up to $5,000 in terms of a grant. You can get very low interest loans to help you with those sorts of initiatives. But it all starts with an energy audit of your home. And if you have an energy audit of your home, the auditor will then prioritize, is it the windows that need to be replaced? Is it insulation that you need sorted out, whatever? Or talk to Norm about windows. But first of all, prioritize what needs to be done to get the biggest bang for your buck, and then the auditor will then guide you and help you in terms of getting those grants and those loans if you need to get the interest-free loans.
Excellent. Are there any other questions out there? Okay, we're going to do a quick I haves, although we should have done the I haves before Alex started. So Alex, sorry, but so I haves are basically if you had meetings in the last couple of weeks, anything you want to share that's up and coming, and then Tony has a wrap up for our conversation. Remember to also put any of your details in the chat and share that information. That's really that's a good way to share. And we will start off with Norm. Why don't you tell us what's been going on in your life in the last 3 weeks that's business related?
I went and had a BAM with Eric Sonugo, and it lasted 2 hours. I went to his office and it lasted 2 hours. We both went, oh wow. We found we had a lot of common, and then when I'm leaving, I made friends with his dog, and I'm talking to his wife, and that's what sent me on the track of STC about Windows, which is sound transmission class. And so that's why I started doing some research on the sound transmission. Is that Debbie, Eric's wife, made, well, really what I need you to do is have the Windows have less sound transmission. So when we say we fix your home, you got to tell us what's wrong, and then we'll tell you how we can fix it.
Norm, thank you so much. Shane, if you're available, sir. And Shane, we'll come back to you. Mike, over to you, sir.
Great. Well, first of all, thank you, Alex, for your presentation. It's the second one I heard, and it's pro all the way for sure. Yeah, I had a great New Year, like Tony did, seen a lot of people, and looking forward to the new format with Phoenix moving forward in 2024. And Kat, welcome to the group, all the way from Scotland. Thank you.
Mike, thank you so much. Lana, over to you, ma'am.
Okie dokie. I had a BAM with Norm just after my first Phoenix meeting last December, and then a BAM with Tony, which was absolutely enlightening, of course. Anything with Tony is amazing. And there's a lot coming up because the changes in real estate were big deal. As of December, I cannot show you a house without you signing a paper now. And yeah, that's as of December 1st. No kidding. Well, I might be able to show you 1 or 2 houses, but no more without you signing some sort of paper saying I'm committed to you or I'm not committed to you, one or the other. And Kat, welcome. I'm excited to do a BAM with you.
Excellent. I like that. Committed or not committed. It almost sounds like you're getting engaged. And we'll swing over to Tony.
Okay, thanks a lot, Bernie. We got everybody else done?
No, we haven't got every. You know what? I'll come back to you.
Yeah,
Tony.
just do me last.
My apologies, Tony.
Yeah.
Alex, what's been going on in your life in the last 3 weeks?
Well, thanks, guys. For me, obviously Christmas break and New Year, and getting back into it, well, last week. Been working on some solar partnerships last week, which is exciting. I think we're making some progress there. Looking to do a BAM with Lana. I'll be in touch and see if we can figure something out. And I'm meeting with Josh Lamb on Friday. We're having a BAM on Friday. So other than that, that's it. And welcome, Kat. And I know the road between Glasgow and Edinburgh very well, so I've probably driven past your house. So yeah, that's me. So thanks, guys, and happy to be back. Happy 2024.
Excellent. Shane, what's happening on your side of the fence, Shane? And we'll come back to you, Shane. Kat, what do you think of the meeting so far?
Everybody's lovely.
We give each other hugs all the time. Don't worry about that.
Oh, yeah.
I just also pushed out into the notes some of the services we're looking for, and travel agent, appraiser, the good stuff like that. Anybody in business that you want to refer to in this space can come into this space, and as long as you're working with the community, we'll help them reach further and better. And so for myself, I'm going to say, listen, Dave was a good supplier of both steak and smoked salmon. My mouth's watering automatically just saying that. God bless Dave. Had a BAM with Deirdre. Did a referral for her. A referral for Carl, and a meeting with Jacqueline. Alex, that is an awesome presentation. There's always another tidbit that I end up going, hey, that's new. Kat, welcome. You're going to enjoy this. You're going to enjoy the other two groups that are up and coming. I'm going to fire in the quote for the day here now, and then I'm going to turn it over to Tony, who's going to talk about the upcoming changes. Quote for the day: tomorrow is often the busiest day of the week, and that is the Spanish proverb. So yes, it is. Tony, over to you, sir.
Okay, thank you, Bernie. Yeah, I had a pretty busy time. Did some business with Terry Black. She did a program just before Christmas, and we helped her with that along with Mike and others. Got some Christmas salmon from Dave just before Christmas, and when we collaborated with Kat, I've pretty much given her all of our social media. That's about 12 accounts, 5 on Facebook and LinkedIn, 2 on LinkedIn. So we've got lots of things going on and some local social media. So really excited to sort of get all this together. Sometimes it's good just to bounce things off of somebody else. So, Kat, looking forward to really expanding your business and our own. So it's a win-win, you know. Just to give you just a quick idea of what we've been working on for Phoenix, I wanted to show you a couple of things that we've done. And so this is of course, our website, pbex.ca, and we're celebrating our 8th year. Actually, today, today is 8 years going. We've clocked just over $4.5 million worth of business of shared and over 7,000 referrals among ourselves. So it's for such a group that's located in, Ottawa. That's a pretty big feat. We've also upgraded the website. We're going to have what we call a member of the week. Every week we're going to showcase a different member. There's 52 weeks roughly in there. We've got just almost that in members. So each week we're going to feature a certain member. And and so we're gonna clock them on here so they have more exposure. Naturally, it's just part of your membership stuff, and they just to highlight those things. We've also could, as you know, put in the special events. If you have any questions about anything, we've got some of the higher points with Bernie with his East Trade Winds that's happening tomorrow. This link gets you right on that site. It starts Tuesday, every Tuesday, pretty much at 8 o'clock, same as our meeting. Carl Richards has his thing, and we rotate this all the time. So the top 2 or 3 of the special events are going to be posted here, and the rest of the events are usually where they are. Our next Mix and Mingle is on the 23rd January at Local Heroes on Clyde. And to register for that, and it's all been programmed, you just simply click it in, and away you go. You just let us know how many people are going to show for that. Last time we did this, we had over 27 people show. That was, I think, the introduction of Alex when he came in. So that was really, I remember that meeting very well. That was great. The other thing is that we've had this for a while, but it came up in a recent meeting that we had. Job opportunities. If you need staff, you're looking for a secretary, you're looking for somebody in wherever. This is an old one from Shane, a physiotherapist. I think he has one now, so we can take this one down. But if you need staff, you need somebody, let us know. We'll post it, and we'll either get Kat or somebody to put it on social media to get that reach out there for you. Again, because it is absolutely essential that if you are wanting to grow, you need people to do that. It's hard to do it all yourself. And when you get an expert to do it, like I'm not going to do handyman stuff. I mean, I can do it, but I don't want to because, it takes away from what I'm actually doing. So if you're looking for staff, let us know. We'll post it on the board and do it that way. The other newest thing on our e-card, and this is, again, it won't cost anything. We managed to get through their providers and we've been working on it for about the last 2 or 3 months, wanting to get a calendar, a programmable calendar like Calendly on our e-card free. So if like I subscribe to Calendly and it's about $100 a year, but if you don't have that thing where you could send someone a link and then they just pop in whatever time that is good for them. It saves so much emails back and forth. Well, how about Tuesday at 6? How about, like back and forth? This way you just put in your time and you get them to book it. It goes right on your calendar and away you go. And just let us know what your time open is. So if you have, let's say, Tuesdays open at 10, noon, 2, and 4, let's say, let us know and we'll program that into your calendar in your e-card, and then then your clients will have that. Okay, so that's a new feature that you just let us know what your thing is. You just got to be very careful though. If you are, let's say on Tuesday, you have all these spots open, you got to book that off if you are going to visit Kat in Scotland. Okay. In other words, a lot of people will forget, and then all of a sudden someone will book without you knowing. And it's like, oh, there's a conflict there. So just book it off. So go in and just say book off or whatever, and then just make it so that it's not part of that calendar in that way. That's the only thing. So other than that, if any other ways that we can help you guys, that is it. The best thing we could say is the dues for this year will remain the same. They have not gone up in the last 5 years. So we've worked very hard to be efficient to keep those numbers in check. Okay, thanks, Bernie. Oh, one other thing, the after hours mastermind group. Now, normally there was an additional charge for this, but this year, if you're a member of any of the Monday, Wednesday, or Thursday group, you get in for free. And we mostly talk about goals in this hour, and talk about you have your goals for the year, and every month you go in. It's the first Tuesday night usually of every month. This year, because of New Year's, we had it for tomorrow night. So if you want to come in, get your goals down, it doesn't cost anything. Okay. Again, another way that we can try to get you accountable for your goals. We want you to win. Right. Thanks.
Perfect. Tony, thank you so much. And so, folks, there you have it. The first opening salvo. Just a reminder, send your stats into 20 so we can wrap up the 2023 stats. So if you bought stuff from Sam, Dave, or from Alex, or from Norm, or you took the course from Mike, or you sold a house for Lana, there you go. Just fire it through. All right, folks, we're done.
Hello.